Picture this. Enemy ships approaching the shore, suddenly set ablaze, not by fire arrows but by sunlight reflected from polished bronze mirrors. A king suspects his golden crown might be fake, but no one can prove it, until a man jumps out of a bath screaming, "Eureka!" And in the middle of a Roman invasion, while chaos rages around him, this same man is so focused on drawing mathematical shapes in the sand, he doesn't even notice the sword coming his way. This is not mythology, this is history. The story of Archimedes is one of curiosity, brilliance, and relentless pursuit of knowledge. He was an engineer, a physicist, a mathematician, and a bit of a mad genius. Living over 2,000 years ago in ancient Greece, Archimedes left behind ideas so advanced we're still using them today. From calculating volume, using water displacement, to inventing machines still in use, his genius has echoed across the centuries. But who was the man behind the mind? How did he live? What did he create? And why did his story end so tragically? This is the remarkable tale of Archimedes. Archimedes was born around 287 BCE in the ancient city of Syracuse, located on the island of Sicily. At the time, Syracuse was a powerful and wealthy Greek city-state, known for its vibrant culture, flourishing trade, and deep appreciation for science, art, and philosophy. It was a place where ideas thrived, and young minds were often encouraged to explore the mysteries of the world. His father, Phidias, was an astronomer and likely a respected scholar in his own right. Growing up in such an intellectually stimulating environment, Archimedes was exposed to astronomy, geometry, and philosophical thinking from an early age. These early influences played a crucial role in shaping his insatiable curiosity and his fascination with the workings of nature and the universe. Though much of his early life remains a mystery, many historians believe Archimedes traveled to Alexandria, Egypt, to pursue formal education. Alexandria was home to the legendary Library of Alexandria, the greatest repository of knowledge in the ancient world. There, Archimedes would have encountered a wide range of scientific scrolls, mathematical theories, and philosophical debates. He likely studied under the successors of Euclid and exchanged ideas with other great thinkers of the Hellenistic world. This blend of Greek intellectual tradition and exposure to Egyptian science and engineering gave Archimedes a unique perspective. It not only sharpened his logical and mathematical skills, but also ignited his creativity. From this solid foundation, Archimedes began to question the natural world, not just to understand it, but to find practical ways to manipulate it. His early experiences in Syracuse and Alexandria were not just the beginning of his life, they were the beginning of a legacy that would echo through the centuries. Archimedes was not only a brilliant theorist, but also a practical inventor whose creations stood the test of time. One of his most well-known and enduring inventions is the Archimedean screw. This ingenious device was designed to move water from a lower level to a higher one using a simple mechanism, a spiral-shaped blade inside a hollow cylinder. As the cylinder rotated, water would be trapped in the pockets of the spiral and lifted upward. Originally used for irrigation in agricultural fields and removing bilge water from ships, this invention is still used today in some parts of the world, particularly in drainage systems and wastewater management. But Archimedes' inventive genius wasn't limited to mechanical devices. One of the most famous stories tied to his name involves a seemingly simple challenge, testing whether a crown was made of pure gold without damaging it. King Hero II of Syracuse had commissioned a golden crown and suspected the goldsmith of mixing in cheaper metals. He turned to Archimedes to uncover the truth. The solution came unexpectedly during a bath. As Archimedes lowered himself into the tub, he noticed that the water level rose, displacing an amount of water equal to his body volume. In that moment, he realized he could use water displacement to measure the volume of the crown and compare its density to that of pure gold. This breakthrough led to the principle of buoyancy, which states that an object submerged in a fluid experiences an upward force equal to the weight of the fluid it displaces. This principle remains fundamental in fluid mechanics today. According to legend, so thrilled was Archimedes by this discovery that he leapt out of the bath and ran through the streets of Syracuse shouting, "Eureka!" Greek for, "I have found it." This moment perfectly captures the spirit of Archimedes, a man whose deep curiosity and sharp intellect turned everyday observations into revolutionary scientific breakthroughs. Archimedes wasn't just a master of invention, he was a mathematical genius far ahead of his time. His work laid the foundation for many concepts that would later become central to modern science and engineering. One of his most remarkable achievements was his early estimation of pi, the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. By inscribing and circumscribing polygons around a circle, Archimedes calculated that pi lay between 3.1408 and 3.1429, an astonishingly accurate approximation for his era. He also made significant advances in geometry, studying the properties of spheres, cylinders, and cones. Archimedes developed formulas to calculate areas and volumes that anticipated the basic principles of integral calculus, nearly 2,000 years before it would formally exist. In addition to his theoretical work, Archimedes had a deep understanding of mechanical physics. He explored how levers and pulleys work, leading to his famous declaration, "Give me a place to stand, and I will move the earth." This wasn't just poetic. It reflected his deep insight into the power of leverage and balance, ideas still taught in physics classrooms today. He demonstrated how force and motion could be used to accomplish tasks that seemed impossible with brute strength alone. Archimedes combined logic with imagination, using mathematics not just to explain the world, but to transform it. His ideas bridged the gap between pure theory and real-world application, proof that the mind can move mountains, or at least calculate how to. Archimedes wasn't just a thinker, he was a tactical genius who turned science into a weapon. When the Roman Republic laid siege to Syracuse in 214 BCE, Archimedes became the city's greatest line of defense, not with a sword, but with his mind. Using his deep understanding of physics and mechanics, he designed powerful war machines that astonished even the most battle-hardened Roman generals. Among his inventions were giant catapults and stone throwers, capable of launching projectiles with incredible force and accuracy, far beyond the typical range of Roman siege weapons. He also engineered mechanical cranes and grappling arms, often referred to as claws of Archimedes. These devices were used to lift and capsize enemy ships as they approached the city walls, pulling them from the water like toys. Perhaps the most legendary and controversial of his defenses was the supposed use of giant mirrors to concentrate sunlight and set Roman ships ablaze. While some ancient sources mention this death ray, modern historians are divided on whether it was truly possible or just myth. Still, the tale symbolizes how Archimedes' ingenuity inspired both awe and fear. His brilliant machines delayed the Roman conquest for years and earned him a reputation as a one-man army. Archimedes showed that warfare wasn't just about brute force, it was about outsmarting your enemy. In the face of invasion, he proved that a sharp mind could be as powerful as any weapon. The story of Archimedes ends as dramatically as the life he lived. In 212 BCE, after years of resistance, the Romans finally breached the walls of Syracuse. Despite strict orders from the Roman general Marcellus to spare Archimedes, a soldier found the elderly mathematician deeply focused, drawing geometric figures in the sand. When the soldier approached, Archimedes reportedly said, "Do not disturb my circles." Tragically, the soldier ignored the command and killed him on the spot. It was a senseless end for one of history's greatest minds. Archimedes' contributions have shaped not only ancient science, but modern innovation as well. His groundbreaking work in physics and engineering laid the foundations for entire fields. Concepts like buoyancy, levers, and pulleys still influence the machines we use today. Centuries after his death, great minds like Galileo and Newton built upon Archimedes' principles to further understand the laws of nature. Newton's laws of motion and calculus owe much to Archimedes' pioneering ideas. In modern times, Archimedes' impact continues in areas like space exploration, where NASA engineers use principles of fluid mechanics to design spacecraft, and civil engineering, where his insights into levers and pulleys are applied in lifting and construction. His legacy is embedded in everyday technology, proving that the curiosity of one man can ripple through centuries, influencing everything from the textbooks we read to the rockets that launch into space. And that's the story of Archimedes. His groundbreaking ideas still inspire us today. From his inventions to his contributions in math and physics, his legacy lives on. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more fascinating stories. We'd love to hear what part of Archimedes' life inspired you the most, so leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.